Just to make it 28-3. Arthur Blank loving it. Up by 25. Toss to White. He's in! What a comeback!
And welcome back to another episode of the 28-3 podcast on the 19th anniversary of the Steve Gleason block. Where were you that day?
There.
I was there too.
I was there as well.
Were you really?
Yeah. I actually flew back from Georgia just to go from class.
Where did we tailgate? We met up with Ye at, was it La Pavillon?
Yep. We walked down. We were outside when they did the whole countdown thing
Yeah.
with the reopen and the you know, who was it outside? Outside was like Better Than Ezra was playing, Cowboy Mouth.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of the pregame festivities because I literally got out of my last class that Monday at Georgia and then went straight to Hartsfield, got an hour-long flight with time zone, landed basically the same time.
Same time.
It
15
took off,
minutes later. Yep.
and then got picked up, went straight to the Dome from MSY, and went into the game.
Still the second best game I've ever been to. And if it wasn't a Super Bowl, it would have been the best game I've ever been to.
Agree.
Like the never been in an environment like that ever.
Yeah.
It was so crazy.
I think it's a three-way tie for me. That game,
Championship
the
game.
championship game, and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there was the championships. It's tough between that one and the Dome coming because like there was no bad part of the Dome coming. It was just like euphoria the entire time because we dominated the rest of the game even after the block punt. Whereas
And just the gravity of it because there was talk of them going to
thought we
San
were
Antonio. We thought they were leaving them. You didn't know
Yeah.
when they reopened the dome. I mean, it was a lot. It's kind of easy to forget that part, but it was
Remember
crazy.
those Save Our Saints magnets?
oh yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck, I wish I still had one of those.
Yeah.
Collector's
I
item
think
now, man.
things were tense. Remember one of my first like internship jobs actually worked in the Saints season ticket sales office as a summer job. Like,
That's awesome.
I was like, I want to do an office job. I was fucking 15.
I'm like, I'm going to do this forever.
And it was the first. So it was like 2001, the first time the Saints were ever gathering email lists. I think I told you the story from season ticket holders. Like, hey, we're trying to build up a list of emails, and so they put me on the job because intern. I would say 75% were not interested in giving an email address, but they were interested in bitching about Benson and moving the team and Albert Connell. I'm like, yeah,
the Rita era.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Believe it or not, sir, I have no control over where the team goes. I'm an intern asking for your email address.
And we got Reggie Bush, so you should be feeling fine.
This is before that, but still, it was tense back then.
Well, those were positive vibes. Do you feel positive about the game on Sunday?
You don't? I mean, it's our chance to shock the world, man, to finally put it together.
So are you going to lock in a win?
As in bet the Saints on the money line at plus 870?
Absolutely. It would show a lot of guts.
This is what they
lot
call
of testicular fortitude.
in the podcast business as a hook. We'll have to wait and see, Max.
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, I guess we should talk about the offense and how we feel about the offense going into this game. You want to start off? Do you think they're going to do anything at all against this Bills defense before garbage time?
No. I mean, I do think the Bills defense has many problems. You've watched a couple of their games too, I think. That second safety is a disaster. Yeah. So there is opportunities to scheme them, I think, especially in the pass game. You watch them against someone like the Ravens, and the Ravens did whatever they wanted until they self-destructed in the fourth quarter. But like anything they wanted to throw the ball, they wanted to run the ball, anything they wanted to do was there. I think they're missing a couple defensive line. Ed Oliver was hurt, maybe, and someone else. So presumably there'll be opportunities there, but I don't foresee anything that can keep up with what they're going to have to do to win a game like this. But I could see Rattler having a game more like his second game of the season like San Fran than last week. Running the ball, I think we could probably run it okay, but we'll see. So I expect us to have a decent amount of offense, but I don't know if it necessarily translates to being competitive.
Well, let me tell you this. So, according to a Buffalo site, it looks like Milano and Oliver will most likely be out.
Yep.
Brown will be doubtful, and then Espinosa questionable.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Milano's a big deal in the run game. And then Ed Oliver, anytime he's on the field, he's a problem.
Yeah.
So there will be opportunities, and I think we'll probably move the ball. But, do I think our offense keeps us in the game? Probably not. I think by halftime.
I almost started laughing when you said that. Do I think the offense is going to keep us in the game?
It's a double-digit lead at half. I'd be shocked if it's not. I think this is if we're being honest with ourselves, we played nothing to the level of this team yet. Yeah. We played a lot of mediocre team.
I don't think we're going to play to the level of the Bills at any point this year.
No, this is by far the best team on our schedule.
Right, and they're on everyone's list, top 5 in the NFL for sure. Super Bowl contenders, the whole deal. They're
my pick for the Super Bowl. I have a bet on them.
So that's where I think it stands. I think we'll move the ball a little bit. Do I see us putting up 30 points? No, definitely not. I think same type of stuff. Maybe we end up with somewhere around 20 if things go well, if we finish a few drives. But I don't have really high expectations. But I do think there's yards out there to be had probably.
Yeah, looking at their prior games, the Jets rushed for 100, the Dolphins rushed for 132, and
Henry went nuts on them.
The Ravens rushed for a million.
Yeah, a million.
So it looks like the rushing is there to be had now.
They're vulnerable.
Now, granted, it looks like 60 yards of the 100 given up to the Jets were quarterbacks between Fields and Tyrod Taylor. Now, I guess here's a question. Do you think the Jets have a better or worse offense than us? Or passing game?
Pass game, same.
They threw for a whopping 54 yards.
Yeah.
Against this team.
Well, Tyrod Taylor didn't prep for that game.
Yeah.
It's Fields, which he does that.
Fields, tell me if this sounds familiar, 5.1 yard average.
Yeah.
1 touchdown, no interceptions, sacked twice. Hey, he had a QBR or passer rating of 106. He threw for 51 yards.
Right.
So
Max sent me something on
Are we looking at something similar to that with Rattler? Hopefully
Did you see that?
What's that?
I posted it in the Discord. Mike Tomlin's comments about don't hurt Richardson, keep him in the game.
Keep Anthony Richardson in the game.
Wow.
It was great.
And I said, that's super strong, but then he signs a Richardson.
Yeah.
So he's got one of his own. Yeah. And Fields, we know Fields, again, similar to Rattler, arm ability.
And that's why I asked about the Jets versus the Dolphins.
Fields is supremely talented, though.
The Jets...
but he doesn't... it's not consistent at all in the pass game.
No, I mean, he's Rattler, though, with extreme athletic ability.
That's what I was saying. Same arm talent. He can make all the throws like Rattler. He's a very talented player.
Fast,
who can run.
You flip it to the Dolphins, and Tua passed for 146, averaged 4.3. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Now, the Dolphins had a lot more success out of the running backs. Tua only accounted for 10 out of their 130, but A-Chain ran for 5.2 yard per carry at 62 yards. Ollie Gordon had a decent game, 9 for 38.
I'm still pissed you got him, you bastard.
So maybe we can run the ball. It would be not. I think if we're looking to
it's essential.
If we're trying to steal a win, have a game that's watchable towards the end, we're going to have to obviously possess the ball, and running it's a huge part of that. Because even down to safety, I still there's nothing that we've seen that should allow us to trust Rattler to hit even the open guy. It's not a matter.
He cost you a lock, and he cost me money.
It's not a matter of him not being able to fit it in tight windows or stuff like that. It's just like, if the dude's open, can you hit him? And I don't know.
Well, let's go to a quarterback who's playing well. What did Lamar throw for against him?
Let's see. That was week 1, right?
Yep. A lot of silence here.
Lamar was Lamar threw for 209.
But what was the
averaged 11?
Average 11.
That's a good quarterback.
That's what I mean. So, Tua's been playing very poorly for a long time now, most of last season and into this season. Fields, plus he got hurt, concussed in that game. Backup comes in. But a good quarterback was able to do pretty much what he wanted in that game. They got a little conservative, and then the Henry fumble ends up costing them the game, essentially.
Yeah, Lamar rushed for 70 in that one. I mean, Derrick Henry 169, 9.4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
But total team is 238, and that's with Justice Hill somehow having negative 14 rushing yards.
It was a fumble. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And probably Lamar's. He took that sack at the end. That was probably like negative 15. So
well, that counts in your pass yards. His does.
I thought if you get sacked, it's a rushing total.
College. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
So
Okay.
yeah, partially right. College, it is a rushing play, and pros, it's a pass play.
Unfortunately, this is not a college podcast.
Well,
We seem to talk about it a lot.
I was about
We
to
did
say,
talk about it a lot.
if you listen to the end of our last one, we went pretty heavy.
So here's a
Look,
question
we got to talk about the draft all year because we're going to have a high pick.
for both of y'all. Is it okay for our offensive MVP to pick the no MVP to happen? Is that a pick? Since
This is a new
I like
question.
it.
this
I
is
like
the
it. We can
year
do
of
that.
no
I guess
MVP.
since we've given that as a conclusion, I guess that is
We can make it as a pick?
eligible.
Okay.
to
That
be
is
a
an
pick.
eligible pick.
That'll make it more fun. All
It
right.
will make it more fun. I like that. I like
All
that
right.
a lot.
So defense. Why don't you start defense, Max? What do you think? How do we not give up 70?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and follow the lead of what you just said. I'm going to go with no MVP on defense.
Okay.
I think they're
Just steamroll.
they're going to put up points, but I do think we cover the spread. It's probably a dumb thing to say, but I don't know why. I just feel like they're going to be a little more.
I mean, the spread's
What's
17?
currently
16 and a half?
16 and a half. So
Double check it. Find out what it is.
um,
Yeah, I just think that, look, the Bills, I think they had back-to-back primetime games. You know, this one's a noon game. It's not a division opponent. You know, they don't play us very often. I think the last time we played them was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
I heard people saying how they
We
don't
have
actually have
We have
many.
a 4-game winning streak against the Bills.
It's 15 and a half.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
so
dropping. There you go.
I have a feeling the Saints are going to cover it. I don't know why. I just feel like if we're going to, there's been a lot of negativity this past week. You know, even the legit media has been down on Kellen Moore. You know, it seems like they're piling on, and I'm very much of the belief of we need to give him the whole year, and then we can judge him at the end of the
No,
year.
I don't agree. I can't
Hold
believe
on, sir.
Kellen Moore hasn't figured it out.
But so I think there's been too much negativity floating around. You know, I think they're going to kind of bounce back a little bit. I say bounce back. They're still probably going to lose by like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But I still think they're going to keep it closer than people think. I don't think it's going to be like last week where they just got blown out of the building from the first 5 minutes on. But I am going to say no MVP on defense because I think they give up points in the 30s again. You know, and you can't get MVP with them doing that. So no MVP for me on defense.
Okay. I'm going to say about the Kellen thing, no one should think his job's on the line this year. It should not be. I made the same argument for DA, even though I wasn't a DA fan. I still say if you hire a head coach, you need to at least have 3 years in your head, especially when we're in a rebuild and we didn't have a quarterback that's won a game. This guy should be given 3 years no matter how bad it looks this year. Now, if we go into next year and we're getting beat like we were by Seattle every game, okay, maybe there's a case to be made. You just have to change it just to shake something up. But when you hire a guy, you have to give him a chance to get his feet in there and do what he does. And to judge him even after 17 games this year, I don't think is fair to Kellen Moore. I think it looks very bad. I'm on the this is not looking good with Kellen Moore, but there, under no circumstance do I think he should even be thinking about something like that. Loomis, I mean. So from there, defense for me, I don't know what we're going to do because Josh Allen can throw the shit out of the ball if he wants to throw the shit out of the ball. They have a great run game, which we've done very well against, I think, this year, other than one run. If you take that one run, this has almost been a perfect deep run defense for us. It's been very, very good. And if they'd had one of those runs every game, then it's not. But it happened one time. Right. They popped a run. Okay, you can call that an anomaly after 3 games being the only one. But he can run the ball. Traditionally for us, not good. Now, we haven't had the 3-4 in to see how we fare against. We did fairly well against Kyler. Maybe you can look up what Kyler had. He had a couple first downs that really hurt us on third down, but he didn't break any long runs We kind of held them in check. I'm guessing it's in the 30s, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think as a matchup for us, this is super bad because I think they can come out throwing the ball. We're going to have to do something about that. And then you've got Josh Allen and James Cook coming downhill at our defense. So I'm really worried about a ton of points again. I think 40 is in play. So I'm going to say the same thing as you. I don't think there's going to be a defensive end.
Here we go.
I think this is just a bad matchup.
Kyler had 38.
38.
Yeah.
Does it say how many first downs he ran for? I bet it's 3.
I'd have to get more into that. Can't tell from here.
Okay.
Team stat.
In the first half, I know he got at least 2, maybe a third one on third down that sustained their drives. But in the second half, we kept him neutralized. You give 38 to Kyler, you take that because he's not going to crush you in the pass game. If we can do the same type of thing against Josh Allen, then Max and I will be proven wrong on the no MVP potentially. But I just think they have so much more going for them than, and Josh Allen is such a far better player than Kyler Murray overall that it's a real problem for the defense.
Okay, so no MVP for me and no for you. What you got?
I don't know. Well, I mean, the y'all both picking nobody as a curveball because I could play strategy here and go with no one. Then
or you can gain a point.
No,
it's a chance.
I know that's what I'm thinking about now.
Okay.
Well, he still has to hit who the MVP is to get a point. So
that's true. That's hard.
It is a tough one to pick an MVP because we've gone, say for instance, we've gone Granderson a lot, and I think in this one, one of the reasons we go with Granderson is because we believe in his ability to close and make a play, whereas I think Josh Allen has shown his ability to run away from guys. Not to a Lamar level, but he's mobile and slippery.
Or run
enough.
over him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd be impressed if he ran over Granderson, but
he could do it.
He's same size.
yeah, that is kind of crazy. And then James Cook we've done well against the run, but I don't think we've faced a runner quite like Cook yet. I mean, Caffrey is good, but James Cook is just fast and slippery, fits through tight windows. He's really dynamic. Might be the most dynamic running back we face all year. But
Bijan, you heard of that guy?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Keep going.
Anyway, but no, it's a tough one. I'm going to go with.
It's amazing how you have all these thoughts when someone else is talking, but we turn the floor over to you and you're just like, I got nothing.
Well, I mean,
maybe he was going no MVP.
Picks.
Yeah, maybe he was no MVP, and we just threw him a curveball because he can gain a point.
Screw it. I'm going to go with Granderson.
Yes.
There we go.
That's a good.
After I just said why he might not be an MVP, but
I mean, he's playing the best on the defense.
He's got the best chance.
I do love when you pivot in mid thought.
Yeah.
You thought you did it last week. Did you go back? I didn't get a chance to listen to it. When he pivoted,
a little bit, yeah, it's very funny.
Pull the Lee Corso.
Yeah. I just talked myself out of it. Let me go the other way here.
Yeah, it happens.
Well,
okay,
Corey,
we didn't do the offensive MVP, so do you want to backtrack?
Yeah, so Corey, go ahead and do offense since you're gonna do the lock. I want you to go first. So,
I'm gonna go with AK. I think, I mean, he's our best player, and they just have to get him involved, especially if they're down one of their better linebackers who would otherwise be the guy covering AK out of the flat, out of the backfield. And, I don't know that. I think Rattler's been going to him a little bit more. I know we highlighted that play last week where it was him or Juwan. You chose Juwan. Both were available. But I did see more throws to AK last week than he had done before. And I say throws because I think that's where if AK is going to do damage, it'll be mostly there. But we Trevor Penning was full participant. They say Fuaga is healthy again, so we know Kellen Moore's already said that if the pre-snap penalties are a result of too many complex play calls, that he's going to evaluate whether he has to run more straight up type stuff. So that could lean in more to Kamara's favor. So I'm gonna go with Kamara, and give me 90 total yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and go. I'm actually going to go with Kamara as well. You know, I mean, you have to go chalk until someone else steps up. I was tempted to throw in Shaheed here just because I think there will be some garbage time, and I could see us piling up some points in said garbage time, making the score appear closer than it was. But now I'm actually pulling a Corey. I'm talking myself into that. Screw it. I'm going with Shaheed. I'm going to change it up.
Good call.
I'm going to go Shaheed. He's going to get a touchdown. It just feels like he's going to pop a big play. This defense is not... They're not as stout as... It's not the toughest defense we're going to see all season. You know, we've already talked about the injuries they have on defense. I think, you know, there's opportunity. I can see Shaheed popping a big play or two. I'll say Shaheed with a touchdown, and he's the offensive MVP.
Okay.
Change it up.
Okay, let's put some parameters on this real quick. If a guy goes out and goes 125 yards and a touchdown, and we lose 40-20, are we saying no MVP?
I think so.
You're doing it no matter what. No MVP just because...
If we get blown out, call it the mercy rule. If you lose by 21, there's no MVP.
Because
that's how we did it in Madden all the time, right?
I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I think that's tough though, because if the guy shows out, like that's why I want to draw a line here.
Most valuable players.
Right.
So even just because you lost doesn't mean
that's
it's...
If you put up a big, like we haven't had a big game to decide this, so I don't think it's come up yet. You know, last week, if we were going to pick an MVP, do you go Olave because he had 10 catches? Well, he had 54 yards. That's not an MVP performance. AK didn't do much. He had a few catches, 3 yards a catch.
Well, last week's a prime example of no MVP on offense or defense.
For sure.
I think the guideline can be, who performed at a level that changed even if we lost, like without his performance, the game would have been a lot different for us. Like,
I think if they have an exceptional performance, like you could have made a case for Juwan week 1 with his stats, but he had two huge drops. You can't give him MVP because it wasn't a great game, even though his stats may have been offensive MVP game. I get that, but if Olave comes out. Right. If Olave comes out 7 catches on 8 targets for 110 yards and a touchdown, he played a perfect game by his standards.
Right.
I still think that's an MVP performance.
Yeah, because like if you lost by 20 and say he got like 2 touchdowns, if you're like, hell, if you're in the recap and you're saying something like, damn, like if we didn't have Olave playing yesterday, the score would have been 40-zip instead of 40-20.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like,
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I just want to make
with
sure.
Because
I do think we get blown out in this
game. Or on the
game.
defensive side, like it's like, yeah, they put up 31, but shit, if DeMario didn't have those 3 tackles for loss and the fumble, then they would have put up 50. You know?
Defense is a little tougher with that, though. I mean,
but you got to apply the same principle. I mean, if a dude looks like he changed the scoreboard because of how well he played.
And he made no mistakes that hurt the team, not penalty. You know what I mean? No stupid plays. I think that's still an MVP performance. Yeah. Okay, I just want to because I think we get blown out. Just because I'll do the first pick.
It's gonna be tough.
I think we lose by a bunch. It's a double-digit loss, so there's going to be a case to be made for no MVP, regardless of what happens. But I want to pick an MVP here. I'm going to take Olave.
Olave. Oh, all right, 3 different. I like it. What's he going to do?
I'm going to say he goes 8 for 95 and a touchdown. I think he's going to have.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a bunch of targets. I think we're going to throw it a lot, for better or worse. I don't want us to. I think Corey's pick is our only path to victory. I haven't seen us commit to that as our only path to victory yet this season, that we have other crap going on, and we think there's a different way to do it. But I think he has proven to be committed to the pass game so far, meaning Kellen Moore. So I'm going to say 8 for 95 and a touchdown and no dumb penalty to take it away.
Well, then I guess I'll throw 90 yards on top of my Shaheed 1 touchdown just to even it up with you guys.
All right.
Okay, so winner, you go first.
I mean, it's the Bills for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think any sane person could pick us. It's the NFL; it could happen, but I don't see how.
We're going to write Bills down for everybody.
Yeah, there's no case to be made for us beating the Bills. So it comes down to the score. I'm gonna say they cover barely 34-17.
34-17. All right, I guess I'll go ahead and go. Bills, obviously, I think they cover as well. I'm going to go... What's the official line? Can you look that up
15,
for me?
15 and a half.
15 and a half? Okay. I'm going to say 35-24.
That's not covering.
Yeah, I was about
That's
to say
what
that's.
You said you're
You
going to
think
bet
the
them to
Saints are
cover.
going to?
Yeah, the Saints are going to cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said in my preview. I think the Saints are going to cover.
Right.
I think there's going to be garbage time that gets them caught up and they
Yeah,
cover.
I said the Bills were going to cover. Then you said I think they're going to cover as well. So I think we were.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you. Yeah. My bad. I misunderstood you.
Okay.
Yeah,
34.
no, for me,
Saints
the
cover.
Saints are going to cover.
Got it. Okay.
35-24. You're saying the Bills are going to cover.
Barely. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think there's going to be some garbage time points this week where the score is not going to be indicative of the beating it was.
Probably going to end on the Saints end like a 23 or 20. Like where they missed the 2-point. Maybe one of those weird numbers.
Groupie will miss one.
We got a
Groupie will miss extra points.
Scoregami candidate for this game.
I like that. You know what? I'm thinking about it now. You know what?
You have to do a little bit of maths to get there. But yeah.
No, we'll leave it the way it is.
Do a 19 or something.
No,
Something
I'm gonna leave it
good.
this
Just
way.
throwing a crazy
Missed
number.
extra point.
Crazy number.
You said it's 15. I'm going to leave it at 21. I'm going to go 21. 35-21.
Right under it.
Right under it.
3 touchdowns for us, huh? All right.
Yeah. Two of which will probably be garbage time touchdowns.
Okay.
I think Shaheed pops one in the first quarter or the first half, and it's like, oh, okay, we're actually in this game, and then the Bills kind of pull away, and then we get some garbage time to catch up a little bit. And actually, before I turn it over to your last up, people need to remember Kyle Shanahan, his first season, not good. I want to say he started off like 0-7.
Yeah.
And then there's Dan Campbell, his first season.
3-13.
Yeah. They fired the offensive coordinator like halfway through the season. So people need to calm down a little bit on Kellen Moore. He's got to get the full year before we even make any kind of...
Yeah, Dan Campbell was taking over a 1-win team, right? Mm-hmm. And got it all the way to 3. So, pause. You got to give the guy
So we should have 8.
Right. But we lost our quarterback. This is a bad situation a coach is walking into. So you got to at least give him the bandwidth to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And because he had Goff that season, right? Goff's been there all.
Yep.
Right, so he took over with an established NFL quarterback, someone who had actually won a game, someone who had been to a Super Bowl.
Shouldn't have been
on another team. Shouldn't have been, obviously, but had been to a Super Bowl before. So that's apples and oranges to what Kellen Moore had to take over. He took over with a rookie and a guy who has not won a game, a second-year player. So
And another thing I'll say on that, I get that people want to look at, and look, it frustrates me seeing all the penalties and seeing, what seems like lack of preparation or bonehead mistakes by the players. And so I don't blame people for focusing on that, but I feel like with a new head coach for any team, much less a first-time head coach, you kind of have to look at the more 30,000-foot view. And you had mentioned it a couple episodes ago, like a quarter by quarter. Are we better at game 8 than we were at game 2 or 3? Because, the penalties sucked. The ones we had in Seattle was not good.
But part of being a head coach is setting consistency where everything's the same and it takes time to get there.
So you want to see him improve. We saw a little bit of improvement from week 1 to week 2, but then week 3, it's your first road test. It's a pretty damn hostile environment. And then you saw progression. So now are we going to see an improvement in our ability to play a road game? Is the Bills game going to look different than the Seattle game? Even if we lose by the same amount, there's a way for it to say you've improved. Mm-hmm. There's a way for it to look different. But anyway, so speaking of the score, I'm gonna go to a mix between you and Nick. I'm saying the Saints cover. I'm gonna go 31-17. So I think 17 is a good number for the Saints, but I think the Bills keep it to 31. Play it. I think they're gentlemanly about it.
They benched Josh Allen at halftime.
I just think they benched James Cook, so when they actually start running it, then it's not a scoring threat every time.
Okay, so we're going into it 4 for me, 1 for each of you, and for Corey's upcoming locks, we are minus 150 on the season. So we need something, Corey.
We need something.
We have a shirt that is just ready for you to hit. Just one of these.
I'm trying.
It doesn't get released until you hit it.
I'm trying to make it happen. So,
are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Corey's locks. We got to hit one this week, guys. We got to hit one. Just like the Saints, I'm 0-3. But I don't know that I'm going up against quite as bad of an opponent. At least with my locks here, it's kind of at my disposal what I go with. So on this one, we need a win. We need a lock. I'm We need to start putting money in that bank and start actually helping Team Gleason. So I'm not going to outthink the room here. Okay, I was looking at the over-unders on these players. I've tried over-under receptions on Kamara. Didn't work. I tried an anytime touchdown with Olave. Didn't work. But I saw one this week. Over-under for Josh Allen passing yards is 216. So I'm looking at it, and without outthinking the room, I don't see how he goes under that. So I'm taking the over. Now, I know he threw for 148 against the Jets, and he was 213 yards passing against the Dolphins. But, you know, their running game had a lot of yards in those games. So I'm thinking if we can do something similar to what we did to the Seahawks running game, then Josh Allen's going to be throwing it a good bit more. Or it's just going to be so wide open, he's got no choice. And he's going to hit some big plays. But 216 seems low. It looks there for the taking, so we're taking the over on Josh Allen, 216. I might have a hook, 216 and a half. I'll have to check it again. But take the over on Josh Allen's passing yards on FanDuel. It was minus 114 odds last I checked. So we'll get something.
Get some on the board.
You know, we're at a point. I can't be playing these plus odds anymore, guys. It's not that lockable right now. So we're going to just try to take some wins before we go back into the plus odds. So,
all right, tell them what sponsor you're embarrassing with all these picks.
Yeah, the sponsor, who's very charitable at this point, is Norton Leatherman Spawn Center of Louisville, Kentucky. We're trying to get a win for you, Paul. So let's go. Lock it in.
All right, there it is.
So you got to crawl before you can walk, and that's the approach you're taking right now.
It's a good one.
That's what we got to do.
I actually like this pick. I
liked this one last week. I lost $50 on it.
Yeah,
we've been close, guys. We've been close.
This one's good because our secondary's been horrible.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
as long as the game's close, I think you probably have this one close for a little while, long enough for him to throw enough to get to it. That's all I mean.
Yeah, we'll see.
This one feels like he's going to finish with 215.
You should have locked that in.
That would be a great lock.
Not even just an exact yardage lock.
Yardage number.
That'll be your
alternate pass yards, 215 exactly.
That'll be your.
It's probably on there.
Maybe we'll start a subcategory called the master key. That'll be your master key.
There you go.
Anyway,
so can you tell everyone how many locks you have on there right now?
Well, we got one lock.
The one we gave you.
Well, there's the one that came with it, but I did get it.
Well, you had to earn it, and you earned it.
Yeah.
You got one. You got Kendra last year. Kendra's
so
your guy.
No, he hit it with the Brock Bowers one. The one I kind of nudged him on.
This represents the one that
That's
I
what
got.
he hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was a Brock Bowers touchdown.
I thought it was Kendra Miller.
I had a
touchdown.
Kendra Miller anytime.
Yeah, Kendra Miller anytime.
I think that's the only one that hit.
That's the only lock that hit. I don't think he hit two.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I think it was the Kendra Miller one.
Okay.
You said Kendra's going to score this week, and then he did it as a lock.
Yeah.
That's right. Why was I thinking it was Brock Bowers?
I don't know. We did talk about Brock a lot.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were upset we didn't get him.
Yeah.
Either way, there was an assist on that lock. Do I get half of that lock?
No, you gave me the lock.
All right. Well,
Yeah, you're asking ask for it back now.
there was some Corey's Locks merch. I was just waiting in the wings for him to hit one. So
Yeah, that's right.
maybe one day he'll be wearing the shirt, and then we'll be able to see it underneath that lock.
Got to hit one.
Gotta hit one.
It's the first one I've done that's negative, in the minus on the odds. All the other ones have been plus odds.
This is
so
a good
far,
pivot.
so,
Good strategy pivot.
Let's go.
You kind of got like a Spencer Rattler career going with the locks, except you do have the
There are
one
too
ring.
many parallels with the bad right now.
Yeah, there
We're
are.
trying to change
All right,
that.
You're going to shake it. I think this is it. All right.
It feels
All
like
right.
it. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank you for listening to the 28th Street Podcast. Who dat?
Who dat?
What a comeback!